Inkz woke up sweating after witnessing what happened yesterday. The situation was so crazy he thought he dreamt the whole thing. However, he knows this was no dream. With Michael now in the hospital receiving treatment for his cuts and wounds, Inkz began to remember the words another member of the gang told him. We may be violent, but we're not monsters. He wasn't sure if those words had any meaning left in them. Fuck, man. What did I get myself into? Inkz said with a heavy sigh. Saturday mornings in Inx's home began the same way like every other Saturday. He got up early to watch cartoons on the TV, and then when he was done with that, he went outside to breathe in some fresh air. However, Inkz felt like this Saturday was going to be different. He didn't like this feeling, so he was cautiously walking around his neighborhood. Maybe I should go to the park. I feel like that will calm me down a bit. The walk to the park was interesting to say the least. Inkz noticed that people were getting along instead of being at each other's throats. It was the first time he's seen little children playing around without having fear of being in the crossfire of gang fights. Today really is something else, ain't it? Inkz chuckled to himself. He's never seen a day like this. It felt good to see people smile. He finally made it to the park, which to his surprise, he noticed that there was hardly any other signs of life other than the grass, trees, and singing birds. Inkz felt at peace. Well, at least I don't have to worry about someone running up on me. Inkz looked around and saw a tree on the hill. Fuck it. I could use the rest right about now. As soon as he was next to the tree, he lay down and closed his eyes. A gentle breeze began to hit Inkz, making the day seem brighter than it already was. A sound of a woodpecker making himself a home above in the tree, and the blades of grass acting like a soft mattress. Inkz was beginning to doze off. This whole situation and everything around him was so comforting. So it took him by surprise when he heard a voice right next to him say, Hey, you're that guy Inkz from the other day, aren't you? He opened his eyes to see who spoke those words. He turned his head to the right, only to see Syra laying down next to him. Holy fuck, Inkz thought to himself. She scared the hell out of me. And how long has she been there for? You okay there, sleepyhead? She asked. Yeah, he said, trying to collect himself. Just, taking in the beauty around me. Yeah, this park really is pretty, she said. At that moment, without hesitation, Inkz looked directly into her eyes and said, I wasn't talking about the park. Why the fuck did I say that? His mind and his heart started racing and panicking until he saw Syra's face turn bright red. Her giggles broke the silence and tension. You're funny, Inkz, she said as she covered her face with her sleeves. Inkz, now with a calm state of being, said, thank you. Her gaze turned into a frown as she spoke. So, what happened to Michael? Inkz was having such a good day that he figured out all about him. Oh, him? No, you don't need to worry about him anymore. What makes you so sure about that, Inkz? 'Cause he began to stutter. Cause that motherfucker, he's in the hospital. Her face looked shocked. It seemed like she was relieved to hear that. Let's not talk about this anymore, Syra. So, what are you gonna do for summer vacation? Well, I'm going to visit some family members that live far away from here. I probably won't be back until we start up high school. High school? Inkz replied. Yeah, high school. This is our last year here. Inkz barely remembered that this was the last Saturday before vacation and the last Saturday of middle school. Aw, man. That sucks. I wish I could have gotten to know you better. Or, hey, Syra, do you have a phone on you? No, she replied with a frown. I lost it the other day when I was in the changing room in gym class. Both of them were now noticeably upset. They sat up and stared at the view given to them from the hill. Oh, I never got to properly thank you for helping me out the other day, Inkz. He looked confused. What do you mean? You did thank me, Syra. She stared at him. No. Not the way I wanted to thank you. Inkz was even more confused. Huh? And then, without warning, Syra gave Inkz a kiss on the cheek. I've got to go now, Inkz. My parents don't know I left the house without their permission. It was nice knowing you. Goodbye. Inkz, still in a state of shock, didn't realize that Syra was giggling as she ran to her home. It took him a good 3 minutes to fully process what just happened. But when he came to, the first words to leave his mouth were, "Goodbye, Syra. I'll see you soon."